For today's activity, you're going to be working with interior angles. And so I just kind of want to give some brief instructions on how to complete this activity. So you're going to go to this link here. So go ahead and click on it. And you should pop up this website. So you're going to go down to where it says 1.2, more specifically to here. And you're going to work to drag the pieces, and you want the angles to make a circle very similarly to how we did the squares here. So, for example, we'll start with the hexagon, okay? So I have one angle of a hexagon, and I'm going to match up with a similar angle. So this angle is just like that angle, so I'm going to match it up. I'm going to do one other like it. And notice now, if I were to take like a pin, for example, this one right here, and I were to draw a lovely circle, I could draw it around my angles here. So that means that altogether, this is 360 degrees. So then I've got to figure out, hey, what is the measurement of one of those angles? So I'm going to do 360, because that's the amount of the circle, divided by 3, because there are 3 shapes. That means that each angle in this hexagon is going to be, see, 360 divided by 3, that's going to be 120 degrees. 120 degrees. So one angle here is 120. Okay, so that one's pretty easy. That's pretty easy for those that have one common angle, such as your hexagon, your triangle, and your square. But these other 3, if you notice, there are 2 different shapes. There are 2 different kinds of angles you are dealing with. Okay, so this is actually very important, and this is where a lot of students in class mess up as well. So when we're going to drag these over, we're going to make that circle, but we've got to be very careful in making the circle with common angles. So for example, this trapezoid right here, so I'm going to work with those small angles. So let's go ahead and actually, I'm going to work with the big angles. I'm not going to work with the small angles. So I have a big angle here, and I'm going to add another one. So I have another big angle touching it. Okay, so notice both of them are big angles. Okay, now I got to add one more so another big angle is touching it. I can't do this because then that's a small angle touching 2 big angles. But I can do this because I have a big angle, and a big angle. And now I could take my pen and kind of imagine, hey, I'm going to draw a circle around it. So I have 360 split into 3 equal parts. That means each big angle is 120. Okay, so you're going to do that with the rest of these shapes. Put them together so you could draw a circle essentially around the angles in the middle. But you've got to make sure that the angles that you pair up are all the same. After you have figured out each angle, you are going to go and write your answers on each of these slides, and then check your work on the following slide.